early aggression, something the best teams are using to speed up their games and win tournaments. Today we dive into Game 2 of NA West and see how two different teams use an aggressive early game and translate it to an amazing endgame. I'll toss it over to Reisshub to break down team number 1.
Team number 1 is Favs, Wavy Jacob, and Jay, the first place team from round 4 of Qualifier 1. Starting off their game in Misty Meadows uncontested, they have a lot of time to build up strong loadouts for early aggression. Every member of the trio starts off the game with epic ARs, double Dragon Breath shotguns, max minis and shields, and fast heals such as floppers and chug splashes for the aggressive plays they might want to take. With 300 ammunition and a favourable zone to play with, stacked is an understatement for how well off they are. They rotate over to Kai to start some early aggression, looking for tags, but diving deeper and committing to third party a fight. One team disengages, making it a 3v3, but it's completely unfair on the trio who's mid-fight. This is a fully stacked Misty Meadows trio versus half of Kai Corner. Power levels are not equal at all, making it an easy fight for Favs, Wavy, and Jay. Early aggression for this trio is invading these weaker POIs fast in the first zone and then drawing out fights knowing you have the best loadout on your side of the map. Using early aggression correctly also gives you an advantage when Storm Surge comes around. They got to play defense when Surge started to do damage, getting the option to delay a box dive from Falconer's trio, who were forced to get desperate since they never got to be aggressive earlier in the game. For Jay though, early aggression lets him play more patiently, playing around the Surge ticks, making his enemy an easy target as the whole trio is easy to clean up. The earlier Kai fight also netted them peppers, which helps them get through every circle's rotation, and now they have 12 elimination points, stacked items, and about 500 AR ammo per person to put permanent unstoppable pressure on every trio around them.
Uncontested Methodical gameplay from Favs, Wavy, and Jay. Completely different story though for the second trio we're focusing on today, Reet, Macon, and 40R Storm. Already contested at Hydro 16, they focus on starting fights with big damage. Although Reet goes down, Macon gets the trade, and by now you can see the difference in early aggression. This team is more about starting the fight at a high speed and staying there, going all in, finishing fights fast, but taking a lot of damage in the process and having less shields overall post-fight. With this style of aggression though, they force open opportunities no one else on the map can, going right through trios instead of playing around them. That beautiful sniper shot from Macon gives the trio a completely isolated fight to engage. And either way, it's Reet's team, so you know they're going to follow up on a fight. The pressure starts fast and doesn't slow down. The opposing team has no chance to heal up or build in a proper defensive way to buy any sort of time. This forces that team to make an all-in on Macon, which he survives marvelously in the 50-50. 40 yards in the fray too, playing off of the pressure his team is creating, finding a neat angle to enter the fight and just keep the pressure up on every opportunity. It's like they have unique heat-seeking sensors built into their crosshairs. Both 40R and Reet focus the same individual player from multiple angles throughout the entire fight. This godlike non-stop pressure makes the fight last less than a minute, in which afterwards they're already on to their next aggressive position. This is where you can see how Reet's trio is more proactive because of their drop and loadout and aggression. Instead of playing around trios for surge and picks, they force some damage in with an RPG, noticing that the team below them was taking surge damage. This is a crucial time for a map refresh too, and this trio takes things into their own hands instead of waiting for the opportunity, knowing the enemy team can't heal. They secure free healing points and insurance for the rest of their endgame. How did early game aggression really affect the rest of the game for both these trios though? We have to bring in Kelly to give us an endgame breakdown.
Now we've made it to the endgame, where Favs, Wavy Jacob, and Jay see themselves with a stacked loadout due to a few stress-free rotations. Their early aggression allowed them to shift their focus from diving boxes to surviving, and even an opportunity for them to split more than usual. Once the low ground battle began, so did their reign of terror. Ripping apart other panic trios and grabbing several eliminations garnered them 24 elimination points and a third place finish. Even with great rotations, another top team, Reet, Macon, and 40R Storm, ran into some trouble after Macon went for a pick and in return is picked off himself. However, between effective early aggression, smart engagements, and great timing, the duo was prepared to face the endgame regardless of being down a man. 40R and Reet pop off, and with a bit more fortune, the victory royale could have been in their grasp, but instead they finished the game in 4th place with an incredible 13 eliminations.
With early aggression, you can be reactive and planned out, like Favs, Wavy, and Jay, or proactive and fast-paced, like Reet, Macon, and 40R Storm. Either way, you set yourself up with great loadouts, huge point swings, and some top finishes in the highest level of tournaments. It's hard to pull off, but keep practicing those game plans off the drop, and who knows, maybe you can be qualifying for a finals in your region. That's all the hot action we have though for now. Stay tuned for more fast pushes in NA West and beyond this FNCS. We'll be seeing you on that battle bus.